I'm at Watkins Books on Tuesday morning, and the staff here very, very kindly offered to open up the store for me a little bit earlier than for the general public so that I can get inside and make a recording, show you all the lovely books that are in the store in 2024. Very, very excited for this. All right, let's have a look. And we're in. And at the entrance of the store, the thing that always grabs my attention is their highlighted bestsellers. So let's have a quick look at what highlights they've got today. On this side of the selection, we've got Dr. Skinner's 4 Books of Magic, very prominently shown here. I actually came in here yesterday just to take a quick look at what I was going to be recording, and yeah, a few of these really caught my eye. A few of Anathema's books there. This is Aurora that I wrote the preface for right there. It's nice to see. Bunch of meditation cushions there, and then you'll probably recognize many of these from my own shelves, and possibly from your own shelves. I don't know what this is. What is this? Let's take a look. Symbols of the Occult by Thames and Hudson. They usually make some very interesting books. This Art and Alchemy has also really been pointed out to me as something quite special. This is possibly one that I'm going to be picking up, Egyptian Mythologies. I think it's another Thames and Hudson book. It looks pretty interesting to me. I took a quick look at the contents, and then there's this Bleeding Tree, which I believe is written as a fiction, but with the intention of covering grief. The pathway through grief, guided by forests, folk tales, and the ritual year. It sounds quite interesting to me. I haven't yet decided what I'm going to be putting in this year's Watkins Books haul, but I'm sure that I'll be buying more than 1 or 2 books here. This is one that I've featured on the channel before. It's actually an enormous book. Yeah, it is perfect bound, as I had suspected, but the contents look quite interesting. Let me just pop this down. Yeah, the writing's certainly very, very large, but it looks like a pretty big grimoire, you know, a pretty large Chinese grimoire. There's quite a few more of these downstairs that I've seen, so that's nice. Okay. Some well-known favourites here, the Orphic Hymns, the True Grimoire. It's my wife's favourite of all time, Women Who Run With the Wolves. Some lovely Scarlet imprint. Books there. Oh, Inanna. Hold on. I hadn't spotted that one. Possibly a look at that. Let's see what else we have. The Marriage of Shiva and Aphrodite. Okay, that's interesting. Some more to be expected classics, right? Yeah, these are interesting to me. Again, Thames and Hudson. Japanese myths, the Aztec myths, Chinese myths. Looking pretty, very nice. Bunch of Tartarus Press, lovely editions. They are very beautiful, these. Some of them are really surprisingly beautiful under the cover. Some of them are, well, just like this, as you can see. But yeah, you never know what you're going to get under the cover. Sometimes it's a beautiful, massive illustration. Anglo-Saxon myths, Myths Day, which is a mainstay. I'm not surprised to see it still in the bestsellers section. Oh, a slightly smaller edition of the Voynich manuscript. That's nice. It's nice to have a kind of more wieldy edition of that. Maybe more affordable as well. And some maybe more mainstream, rather more art-focused books. This one's been of interest to me, Art of Alchemy. A few tarot decks. There we go. So that's the opening section here. Then you got this lovely section here on signs and symbols. Wonder if there are any that I don't know here. I was really pleased to see the Pantographia, which for some reason I didn't even know was out yet, but it's all the various alphabets from throughout time and geography. Fantastic book from Black Letter Press. Very interesting. Yeah, collection of scripts. London's Mystical Legacy. That could be a fun one to pick up for a trip over here. Got a slightly better phone this time round than last time I did a tour here. Plus I've got a little gimbal, so hopefully it'll be a little bit less jumpy, you know. I'll be able to see some more of those titles. Lots and lots going on here. Very cool. So then just up these little steps here, you have a section for essentially psychology, and popular psychology and more academic psychology. And there's a lovely kids section here now, which might be of some interest to some people. It's certainly of interest to me. Some interesting titles going on over here. This is a lovely one, the Conference of the Birds, as a children's book by Demi, illustrated by Demi, should I say. Very lovely. Been looking at some of Demi's other works. Very nice. Self-empowerment. Oh, it's a new edition of Women Who Run with the Wolves. That's cool. Yeah, of course, feel free to pause and take a closer look at some of those titles. Now I know that what many of you are waiting for is the section downstairs, right, where all the very specialized occult books are. But this is all part of it. I just want to give you a very full view of what's on the shelves right now in May of 2024. There's just so much, just so much. This is this one right here. Really fantastic book there by Ken Wilber. Okay. And then here's the Jungian psychology section. Quite a lot going on here as well. I hope you're getting most of these titles. I know that there's a bit of reflection there from the door behind me and from the lights above. It's a very nice reader's edition of the Red Book here. Okay. Some very good stuff. And then psychology, just general psychology up here. Many people will be very interested in these. How to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Yes, a perfect book for these days. And then over here, a whole area on subtle energy, healing, and a final area over there on Gaia. But this is pretty cool. Sitting comfortably, move yourself happy. So it's a lot about breathing, a lot about Reiki, as you can see, chakras, prana. Yeah, subtle channels and subtle energies. Okay, so this is all still pretty mainstream material, just very high quality mainstream material, right? It's kind of stuff that many mainstream bookshops will have one or two of these and just quite a lot of just filler. Here it's all the good stuff, right? Wim Hof and others. Hopefully some of these titles igniting some curiosity. And then this is a section on earth worship, earth work, Gaia in general. Heard a lot about this, braiding sweetgrass. Heard very, very good things about it. There we are. Okay, let's come down over here. Take a look at some of Watkins' own publications. Kind of curious about this one. Saga of the Rose. As you can see, it's quite a large format book. I don't really know anything about it. It just looks intriguing. Might be one of those that I'll need to pick up to get a closer look at. Very, very red book, isn't it? Very cool stuff. Here we are. Then of course you have the tables, which are covered in just little gems, right? Llewellyn's little books of life between lives, astrologer, witchcraft, herbs, and so on. Some really nice stuff there. And then, so this, I'm just really showing you the entrance right now, right? And then a selection, I guess, of the more meaty stuff, possibly from downstairs. Witch's Forest. What is this one? It's the Book of Witches. I don't know this one. Okay. I seem to remember having possibly mentioned this in one of my news videos, but I do see so many of these books. This has been in my wish list on Amazon for so long. Amduat, it's actually much larger than I was expecting. It is, yeah, it's print on demand quality, but it's, I had a look inside it yesterday. Looks pretty cool. Let's see. There's Library of Esoterica books by Taschen. Very, very nice. The obvious choice to have in the entrance of the store. Ancient magic, ancient Egyptian magic. Samuel David's lovely book, The Red Shepherd there. Yeah, very, very eye-catching, beautiful, and very high-quality, interesting books, right? Oh yes, and of course, this was, Witches and Apparitions, which I first saw here a couple of years ago. Oh yeah, this one, Magus. So by Anthony Grafton, The Art of Magic from Faustus to Agrippa. This isn't at all what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be essentially an art book, but no, not at all. It's a history of magic, and it's a very good one. There are a few illustrations, a few black and white illustrations inside, but it's by no means a compilation of magic-related art. It really is a history of magic. Looks very cool. And then over here, of course, you've got the second table of the good stuff. So that's actually, literally just right there at the entrance. You come in through the door, and it's pretty much the first thing that you get to see. And look who we have here. That's really cool. And yeah, in very, very good company, as you can see. Aleister Crowley, Beast of Britain. Vestigia Ter Draconis, which I still haven't reviewed, have I? It's a beautiful book of aphorisms, to accompany the Book of the Black Dragon, Atramentus Press, and that lovely book from Scarlet Imprint, the two tarots, the two esoteric tarots, Adams and Pensée, which I reviewed some time ago. Very, very lovely. Gordon White's Annie Mystic, Hagia Sophia, of course, which I reviewed a little while ago from Peter Mark Adams. Very cool. And get a slightly closer look, maybe, at this Art of Alchemy. Let's check this out. Okay, yeah, so clearly very, very beautiful color images. Lovely, lovely looking book, and that's a cloth spine. Nice large format. Yep, that's good. Very good stuff. Let's try and get it back in its place. There we go. Right, and over here we've got the Watkins review. Some more Watkins's favorites, right? Let me just show you this for a second. Some awesome, absolutely awesome Mertes over here and over here. That's just a little taster. If I turn my camera around over here, we've got essentially a whole quarter of the shop over here, which are some of the most beautiful Mertes and statues and representations of deities from various cultures. It's always an absolute delight. And it just goes on and on and on. Some very cool crystals down here. Very, very imposing pyramid there. And even more over here, right? Just plenty. Absolutely plenty. They take it very, very seriously. Very, very seriously. It's not just tourist traps. it's the good stuff. Lovely purbas. And an incredible selection of crystals. Very, very impressive. Okay, so I'll show you some of the tarot books. But then just up these little stairs on the other side of the shop, you've got the whole tarot section. Right, starting actually down here with this table covered in just all the best stuff. Right, a few decks up there on the walls. Really lovely. And then up here you have the largest collection. Angel cards. Over here, oracle decks. Vintage, must say, that looks interesting. As expected, a large collection of Thoth. And then up here is all the independent decks. I've had a close look. They all look lovely, really nice. This one over here, this folk tales, yeah, looks kind of good to me. It's actually these ones up here that that really spoke to me. I was surprised that they would be those, but yeah, it's the kind of holographic images on them. Very, very, very clean, very very, very tight artwork. It looks really good. All different kinds, lots and lots of good stuff. There we go. Now, for the main event, I think, maybe I'll show you the area where they have the psychic readings and tarot readings just over there. And so let's go round the corner down here and down the stairs, which is the area that really made me fall in love with Watkins Books. There we go, it's just down here. These very cool stairs with more motifs on both sides. Some of these for sale, some of these not. If I just turn around the corner here, you'll see Anima Mundi from Anathema Publishing. And I guess, is this the new Black Letter Press edition of the Calendarium Naturale? Maybe it is, maybe it is. Very nice, seems a little larger than mine. Maybe. Very cool, and let's go and come down here to the main section on witchcraft and the occult. And I'll just start over here by pointing out that they've got two complete collections of the equinox, including the blue equinox for both. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, they were debating yesterday exactly how much they wanted to be selling those for, but yeah, I think they settled around £2,000, possibly less. Might be worth getting in touch. And here is, yeah, magic and the occult. So let me just zoom in a little bit so you can really get to see those titles. Here we are. I'll go slowly in this area because I know most of you will want to see these titles. Oh, if I get this kind of angle, you should be able to see those titles quite well. Initiation into Hermetics. That's so difficult to pick up. I hadn't even realized it was here. I will be buying that one, so don't even bother. I'm pretty sure that they get it in from time to time, so it's definitely worth inquiring. What is this? What are these in the corner? Ah, Oriel de Fenestrate, of course. Book of Four Cultists. A few of Atramentus Press's super nice editions. Let's keep going down here. Oh, here we go. Let's not miss a row. Such a good row as well. Some really good stuff here. Yeah, all of Kenneth Grant's hardcovers. There we go. What's this one? Oh, Rituale Corvorum. Ah, you might have seen this up here. These are editions by the Thelemic orders. I think this is from the AA, the Holy Books, and this down here is Rituale Corvorum. So it's also more Thelemic Holy Books, right? Path to the Grail. This is one that I'm going to be picking up. This is the new Hadean Press. Dreams and Magic Letters. Yeah, Pulsidia. Very nice. This is the paperback edition of Scarlet Imprint's Crossed Keys. Serpent Songs, I don't know what that is. Yeah, some of the paperback editions of those Scarlet Imprints. Let's pull this one out so you can see John Dee's 5 Books of Mystery. Yeah. Joseph Peterson. Yeah, you can imagine, right? The first time I came down here, I had no idea what I was looking at, and I instantly fell in love. I mean, how would you not, right? How would you not? Extraordinary stuff down here. There we go. And then over here. So many titles, you know, I mean, it makes me realize how much there is out there. I knew that there was a lot, you know, but when I see how many of these I just have no idea about. I do my best to keep you guys updated on everything that I am aware of, but there's so much more, so much more. Key of Solomon the King, I just picked that up a couple of weeks ago actually. Very cool. Very, very nice. Did I just spot a paperback edition of Ars Notoria version B? That's good to know, isn't it? I had no idea. Very nice. Very nice. Many people have been put off by the price, right, of the Golden Horde books of Stephen Skinner. It's really nice to see some of them being published in paperback, bringing the price down. Very cool. All right, so that's the magic and occult, and then we've got witchcraft and Wicca. Again, some pretty good stuff here. The magic shelves do tend to spill over into each other. Love Historiola. Carl Nordblom works here. It was his very kind invitation that is allowing this video to happen in the first place. And a lot of his wonderful recommendations that got me deeply interested in these books in the first place as well. A few years ago. Some excellent titles over here. Just try and get a little bit closer over here so you can see these titles properly. These are some Troy books. This is Dr. Skinner's John Dee's Spiritual Diary. A few more oversized books down there. And we just get a little bit closer and I'll show you what these beautiful blue ones were down here. It's Shani Oates' lovely Search for Odin books. Yeah. Plenty of very nice stuff over here. Traditional witchcraft, Wicca, all the good stuff. Some more of those Troy books. Very nice. And then we've got Western mysticism. We get Celtic, Druidry. Here we go. Some more Shani Oates' lovely books. Celtic Golden Dawn, John Michael Greer. Arthurian traditions. Terrific section on the Grail. Welsh magic. Green Man. British folklore. Lovely. And then you've got the Hermetic arts and astrology just next to it. I'll give you more of a cursory look over these. All of David Hyam Smith's lovely, beautiful books. There's Hellenic Tantra, yes, which, as I told you, is probably my best reads of the year. I enjoyed that so much. Here's the new Aulum Lucis de Natura Rerum, and you can see how nicely that's going to sit next to Hermetic Arcanum. Very nice. I asked them if they had any special editions left of the deluxe edition of Hermetic Arcanum. Unfortunately, they're all sold out. That really was a... I can't believe I didn't act on that fast enough. Just cash flow. It's lovely De Magia books, Giordano and Bruno. And then there's Prometheus Society books, all of Thomas Taylor's translations. Very, very cool. Very cool. Now, before I move on to astrology and the others over here, I do want to just draw your guys' attention to the display tables, which are just giving you a good idea of what's good right now, right? And some of the most beautiful books that are out. Very, very nice stuff. And it's going to be a perfect opportunity for me to pick up Tutmesa Fataracha, his book on ritual blades. Yeah. Okay, and then, yes, astrology. Secret societies. Could be interesting, right? An interpretation of Masonic symbols. Paranormal. Yeah, we're getting less and less into my area of interest over here, I guess. Some of you might be still interested. Haunted houses and aliens and so on. Sure, why not? Kind of tucked away in the back. And channeling. There we go. There is another area that I'm very interested in, just on the other side of the shop. I'll show you. Okay, then there's a big sale section. Of course, there's always changing, you know, what's actually around here. Some of these second-hand and so on. Ancient civilizations, myth and legend. I'll show you a few of these face-out ones here. Okay, and then shamanism, right on the end over here. These three over here are very interesting to me. It's a Pharmaco series of 3 books. Very nice. Books you'll recognize there from my reviews. And then the table for this area. Again, lots of David Hyam Smith, all his latest paperbacks all in a row there, looking really cool. And some more that we saw upstairs. There we go. Now let me show you the antiquarian area. Some really very interesting volumes over here. Some books that are pretty difficult to come across nowadays. Some first editions. You can hear the staff getting ready for the day of work. And then simply on the other side, from downstairs, you've got all of the mystical religion sections and esoteric areas of religion. So I'll just show you those very briefly over here. There's some fantastic stuff on these shelves, folks. Absolutely brilliant. This is the Veda and Vedanta area. Moving over to the Indian philosophy area. And then yoga. Very lovely. And then modern teachers. So modern teachers, I guess, from mostly from India, right? From Indian traditions, anyway. There we go. And yes, so then we've got Buddhism, Tibetan Buddhism, and Taoism. Really, really great titles over here. I'm going to be picking up quite a few of these. There we are. That's the Buddhism area, then Tibetan Buddhism. Get a bit closer from around the table there. Some of these books are quite difficult to find, apparently. And then Taoism over here. Again, you know, there may be a little bit of crossover. There are too many books from one section kind of spilling over into another. Benabel Wen's lovely books. Over here, that's that Luban book again. Benabel Wen's Dower of Craft. And plenty more. And then you've got Zen over here, Gnostic and Apocrypha over here. Let me just see if I can maybe zoom in a little bit. Lovely, lovely stuff. Zoom back out, and we have Christian spirituality, Fourth Way, and then Sufism and Islam over there. Some really great titles here as well. Just, of course, naturally some lovely looking Bibles, but also some spiritual, esoteric Christian books you may recognize this one, The Cloud of Unknowing, that I translated there. It's actually the edition from Blackletter Press. My actual translation. There's the Way of the Rose that I reviewed quite recently. And then over here, The Fourth Way. Interesting. And then Sufism and Islam. Fantastic conversations going on in the background. There we go, Gnosis, Divine Wisdom. Kindi, of course. And this is one that's been pointed out to me, actually two of these over here. Let me just come all the way around here. Rainbow Body, I'll be picking this one up. I think it's probably quite obvious why I'll be picking this one up, but I expect that I'll be learning plenty from it as well. And then this one as well, this Bo and Bon. Yep, looking at Bon, which is the ancient religion that was there before Tibetan Buddhism, and that basically Buddhism melded with in order to create Tibetan Buddhism. And Bo is a Siberian ancient religion, and so it's looking at a comparison between the two. It sounds very interesting to me. There we go. And that's it, folks. That is a look around Watkins Books in 2024. I'll let the staff get on with their day. Now, perennial philosophy, a couple more that I forgot there. Yeah.
Right.
A nice big pile of hidden path down here as well. There we go.